Hi and welcome to Irish Greyhound Racing Tips with me, John Brennan. In this week's show we're going to look at the SIS Limerick Oaks semi-finals and also another race in Limerick, and then we'll get to Shelbourne Park for 4 races there. First we come to race 5 in Limerick, which is the SIS Oaks Limerick's semi-final, and Ballymacorna here. I think she's going to have the middle to wide to herself. A lot of early inside is with a Zabi obviously in trap 1, but she won't have it all to herself with Tullivin Beyonce and Border Electric outside her. I think they're all going to go to the bend really hard. I think Ballymacorna, she wants the middle to wide. She did 4.17 last week, 16.19 to the third bend, and she proved in Shelbourne Park she can stay from that third bend home, which why I like her so much. I think if her and Azabi are together, she's going to stay better. So 5-1-2 for me here. In the second semi-final, Limerick, Scooby Princess has to be the one here again. She's won the last 2 weeks. Brilliant last week, moved off a small bit, which may cause her to meet Brent Avril this week, I think, in trap 3. So it could be interesting. I think Clona Sky didn't show what she's made of, and I think she might this week in trap 4. So she could go up and lead with Scooby Princess running her down. So we might get trap 4 here finishing second. She's got that 4.14 and 16.07 Clona Sky to the third bend. Massive runs. But I think Scooby Princess will run her down. So 1-4-3 for me in this semi-final. For the outright market in Limerick, Boyle Sports have priced Scooby Princess at 9-4 favourite, with Brett Avril, Azabi and Ballymacorna at 5-1. I think Ballymacorna represents huge value there because of her upside, because of the fact that she could improve. So Ballymacorna for me, if I'm having an outright bet, at 5-1 for the Limerick Oaks. And the 8th race in Limerick I find really interesting, A1525. I'm going with Barney's Road here in trap 1. Trap 1 in Limerick incidentally has a 21% strike rate, which is the best strike rate for a 525 yard in Limerick. Barney's Road qualified in 28.45. He was a Sean O'Connor Cup finalist. Really slow out of traps a couple of times. I think he's capable of better. I think when he figures that out, and hopefully it's this weekend, there's a massive run in him. And Pat Buckley also flying at the minute with a 27% win strike rate. So you've got to be on someone who's hot as that. Grangeview Mags for me in second here. She could lead in 4.17 last week. Found a bit of trouble. She could get in front. Trap 1 might pick her up coming home. And Ballyelan Rowley then. 28.58 last August. Only 8 runs on his card as well, so there could be a bit of improvement in him too. So 1-4-2 in race 8 at Limerick. Race 2 now in Shelbourne Park, an A2 5.50. Valentia Royal in trap 4 gets the vote for me here for Owen McKenna. Of course, coming off his great win in the Shelbourne Puppy Oaks last week. I think Valentia Royal will lead 5 and 6. He does slightly move inward from what I've seen. I think Paisley Park will probably lead at the first bend. He definitely wants to move across to the inside. That could make things a little bit tight. Square Penny might turn in third place. I think he'll probably finish there. But Valentia Royal to get in front at some stage and then stay there. So a 4-3-1 finish in race 2 in Shelbourne, the A2 550. Now to race 7 in Shelbourne Park, the Mini Open Barking Buzz 5.75 semi-final. This is a lovely little 12-dog stake and a really tough one to get into. I've gone with All for the Best here. He's 5 for 12 this year. He was a Sean O'Connor Cup finalist down in Limerick. Good enough to go into that stake in Limerick, the Con Annie Kirby, and ran really well, only 11-4 in the final at Sean O'Connor Cup. I think he's a dog on the up. I think he's a dog with a lot of improvement in him. Very tough to separate traps 2, 3 and 4 for second and third. I've gone with trap 4, Kildallan Pearl to be second here. Ran really well in the recent Shelbourne Puppy Oaks. And then trap 2, Railed Rabok to finish third. He's had a lot of good thirds and a second in 2021. I don't think he's going to get his head in front here, but he has the pace to be involved. So it's a 5-4-2 finish in race 7 at Shelbourne Park. Race 8 now in Shelbourne is the second semi-final of the Barking Buzz Mini Open 5.75, and my nap of the night, Outnumbered. Third in the Ledger Consolation last year and a Laurels Heat winner of 2020. Only brings the 1 run this year into this, but Mark O'Donovan, a 46% win strike rate. There's no, you can't argue with that. That's fantastic. He's on fire, Mark O'Donovan. This dog's lucky he'll pick the stake up, I think, really. Balnubula Bolt Cork Cup finalist, recent winner of a Mini Open in Enniscorthy. I think it'll finish second. And then Moonstruck a winner of an A4 stake over course and distance, which is going to be a huge advantage to it in Trap 1. So a 5-3-1 finish in race 8, the Mini Open semi-final. And on to race 10 in Shelbourne Park, a Mini Open 525, a really competitive Mini Open 525. I've gone with Glenquain Pat here for Liam Curley. He flew to a brilliant 16-11 to the third bend recently around Shelbourne. That'll be good enough to see him clear and win again tonight and double up. Burgess Glengar, one of only 2 maidens on the card. On a Saturday night in Shelbourne, you don't get many maidens running. He's one of only 2. He's one of the fastest maidens probably in the country. He beat Burgess Cassie in qualifying, which has to be something, has to stand for something. There's a big run in him. I think that big run probably come this week, but I don't think he'll get in front of Glenquain Pat. Cost of Plenty, really consistent trapper, maybe a little bit far out in 4. He's got a 23% strike rate in Shelbourne Park, so that's pretty fantastic. But 3-1-4 here, I think Glenquain Pat beats Burgess Glengar in second and Cost of Plenty in third.